So today's job, we put in a set of stone steps, and there was originally a different set of concrete steps. So what we decided to do was just cap them, and these stone steps are between two properties. That's why we got the line going up the middle. So I'm going to show you how we did it. We have concrete steps here. The owner wanted to rip them out and put stone steps. And I said, well, there's nothing wrong with these. Why not just leave these in and we will make a base out of stone and just cap it. And that's the stone right there we're going to use. And over in here, see, all the water was running down the sidewalk here onto these stones and it was going down behind. So we're going to take this all out. We're going to cut this back so the concrete lays on top. All the water will come out. So that's going to be the project for today. So let's look at it from this way. All these stones are going to come up and we're going to pour concrete in here. Now, anytime I do a job like this where I'm going to cap steps, I lay them out dry. I take the one step, I put it down here, the other step here. Now I know where this step goes so I could cut the concrete behind it. All these steps are the same, which really worked out great for me. And then I have to leave a space for the stone that's going to go behind it. So that's the way I'm thinking. Big thing, lay it out dry because you don't want to make any mistakes. All of these stones here, we're going to use them. Take them out of here. I'll show you. We're going to use them for the face of these steps. Now we're going to cut this section of concrete out so the new concrete is going to lay on that. So we look down these steps with that line. You see how they all got to match up? That's what we're looking for. We made two cuts, one this way and one this way. And then we're just going to hit them like that. Oh, that's it. Okay, so we cut that out. That's all done. And then we got to dig this out next. Now we're digging this section out so that we're going to fill this all with concrete. Going on the gravel behind these steps. I don't want that concrete touching that other concrete when we pour it. So what I do is just get some sand. This, because if that concrete touches that, that's going to hold it, and that's what causes your concrete to crack. Okay, of course this video is about steps, but I got to pour this concrete pad, and the step's going to come out here. You notice where I went around the side. I did this. This is seal, so it doesn't rub against that. And I got it bordered here. See this wall? I don't want no wall sitting on any concrete. Let the wall sit by itself, because if this concrete doesn't float, it's going to crack. And I just put plastic against that. That's concrete, and back. So now I'm going to pour it and finish that.
I'll get them. I mean, I'll get them another time. No, I'm going to do it today.
Now we're back on a job, and we poured the concrete. You see all the concrete back there? And this is where it ended up. Now we're going to put our stone. We're going to lay it right in here like this, up against here. Make sure it's wet. I want it to stick. Okay. Serious about it sticking. To wet the bottom. Don't have to use them glues and everything, just wet it. Perfect. We check it with the line. How's that? That's pretty good. So I'm getting them on, I'm feeling behind them, and then I'll let them sit for a day. doing steps like this, see that I got 7, I need 7.5. I use a stone like this, tell me where I'm at before I put the real stone on. See, I got 7.25, I'll knock it down. Now I'm close. That's how I do that. Get it in. Help me with that line. Right there. Good. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Measure in.
I've been for Brian for How did you do it? Good, then. Good. We can do it one. Yeah.
So that's it for today. I just laid out my stones. I'm gonna let them dry, and then tomorrow I'm gonna come and stick my stones underneath. So this is our pattern. Made a pattern. I just trace it right through and square it off this way. And that's it. Now we're gonna saw it. Now after we saw the stone, I just give it a little face job, that's all.
Oh, yeah?
See how I face that up? Real nice. I just keep setting them up dry like that. Getting ready to lay. Well, that's it. Got all my stones cut out. We're going to come back tomorrow because it's going to rain today and put them in. Now, yesterday we cut these all out. It was supposed to rain and it didn't. So today, what you do is you get a sprayer and you wet it first. Then, I find my trowel. Then we get our cement. Get in there real good. Like that. That wetness is what makes it stick. We wet it back a little bit. Put it in there. And just get it. Stick it in like that. You rub it in. You know that's all filled in. Same thing, do the next one. Wet it first. Have to get a smaller trowel. In there. And we want to make sure that we're solid up on top. Rubber glove. That's it. Now after it dries up a little bit, you just get the sponge and go over it. Get all that stuff off of there. That's it. No big deal. Everything's a time thing. Get all the excess off. Just like that. Okay. I'm on the bottom and I put across a piece of wire mesh, corner bead I guess you could call it, or not corner bead but L channel, and I wet it because there's nothing going to hold it down here. It's all dirt, so I have to do something to make sure it holds up. So same thing, I build it in. This. Okay. Same thing with the back of the stone a little bit. In there. That's been good. Clean it up. Poured the concrete a week and a half ago. You pour concrete, it always bows up at the end. So I actually just wanted to wait until this concrete cured a little bit, and I'm just dry packing it here. It's a drier type of cement, and if I have to come and put a caulking over it. I'm going to talk a little bit about that job. That when I first got there, they were envisioning on ripping them steps out and pouring a footer. No, I don't agree with that. Them steps have been there 50 years. They haven't moved. There's no reason to change them. So that's why I just capped them. When you're doing a concrete job, you notice I don't want the concrete touching anything. Concrete has to float. If you pin it over here and you pin it over here, when it dries, concrete shrinks. That's usually when you get your cracks. Concrete has to float. If it floats, it usually don't crack. It's not a guarantee, but it sure helps a lot. Wetting the bottom of the stones and you know, putting cut marks in them and trying to make them stick, I'm not a big fan of that. I just put them in. 90% of what's holding those stones down is gravity and weight. And if they got a good base on them, maybe in the last 10 years I had to go back and reseat one, and all I did was paint it with Portland, stick it back down, and it was fine. So I'm not a big fan of sticking them down hard with glue and all that stuff. I don't believe in it. Again, I used real stone. Real stone around here where I live, you could just go around and pick it along the highways and everything. You don't even have to buy stone. We used to go, when I was a kid, we used to go to the quarries and buy it for big jobs, but that kind of stone, you could buy a whole pallet load for $100. Look at the real stone. Go to stone yards, and it's a lot cheaper, I think, and it lasts 10 times longer. That's all I want to say about it. Here's a picture at the end. Thanks for watching. I'm Mike Haduck, and that's it for this video.